Morning, morning.
ভালে আছে স্যার?
আছো। আপোনাৰ ভাল?
হয় স্যার, ভালেই। শইকীয়া স্যার, প্রেসিডেন্ট স্যার আহিব নে কি?
প্ৰেচিডেণ্ট ছাৰ নাহে মানে হয়তো আহিলে দেৰি হ'ব তো আমাক ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰি দিবলৈ কৈছে।
দীপকক সোমোৱালা?
মই এতিয়া চবকে এডমিট অল কৰি দিওঁ।
দীপক দা আছে।
মই এডমিট অল কৰি দিলোঁ।
দীপক দা co-host বনোৱাই দিবা প্ৰসেনজিৎ। Please make him co-host. He will give.
Ma'am, shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Good morning to you all. Welcome to this valedictory session of this week-long national workshop on methods and techniques of data collection and analysis in empirical research, organized by Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Dr. RKB Law College, Dibrugarh, in association with All Assam Political Science Association from 15th of July to 20th July 2020. Indeed, it was a difficult task for all of us, but due to the help and kind support of our esteemed resource person, we have successfully accomplished our objectives and has gathered here today for this valedictory session. For this session, we have with us Dr. Harichandra Mohanta sir, Register of Dibrugarh University, as the chief guest of the session. We have also invited Professor Dr. Deepak Shetya sir, Dean of Research and Development and Professor of Department of Pharmaceutical Science, Dibrugarh University, as the special invitee. We have also invited all our 6 esteemed resource persons who have very well conducted the entire technical sessions, namely Professor Dr. Jiten Hazarika sir from Department of Statistics, Professor Dr. Minmoy Kumar Sharma sir, Professor of Business Administration, Tezpur University, Dr. Padam Nepal sir, Associate Professor and HOD from Darjeeling, Dr. Subrajit Kumar sir, Associate Professor, Department of Political Science, Guwahati University, Dr. Manas Pratim Burman sir, Associate Professor, Department of Statistics, Dibrugarh University, and Dr. Vikas Deka sir, Senior Assistant Professor of Department of Sociology, Dibrugarh University, to be a part of this valedictory session. I welcome you all, sir. So, without making any further delay, I would like to request Dr. Gautami Dr. Bora Madam, Principal of Dr. RKB Law College and Chairperson of this entire workshop, to deliver her valedictory address.
Thank you, Prosenjit. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. Good morning to all of you. Honorable Registrar Sri Dr. Hari Mohanta sir, Registrar of Dibrugarh University, Professor Dr. Deepak Shetya sir, Dean Research and Development and Professor of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Dibrugarh University, President of the Organizing Committee, Bolin Hazarika sir, General Secretary of this of the All Assam Political Science Association, Dipen Hoikia sir, coordinators of this national workshop, members of the All Assam Political Science Association, and esteemed participants. I welcome you all to this virtual valedictory session of this 5 days national workshop on method and techniques of data collection and analysis in empirical research. We know that research methodology is a very broad subject, and it is not practically possible to cover all the aspects of such a subject in a workshop of week-long workshop, that too in the virtual mode. But while designing this workshop, we as an organizer tried our best to do justice in respect of the subject matter as well as to the participants. And I hope that all the participants have able to gather some knowledge from the resourceful deliberation of the various technical sessions in various technical sessions by our resource person, and with a hope that we will be able to meet physically within a very short period and be able to conduct such workshop physically within a very short period. I welcome once again to all of you to this 5 days this valedictory session and conclude my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So now I would like to request Dr. Hari Chandra Mohanto sir, Register of Dibrugarh University and Chief Guest of our today's session, to deliver his speech.
Good morning to all. The end of a story is the new beginning for many others. This 5 days long, remarkable, memorable, and knowledgeable national workshop on method and techniques of data collection and analysis in empirical research will over after a few moments now. To improve the golden moment of opportunity and catch the good that is in our reach is the great art of life. A very warm good morning, galaxy of intellectuals, resource persons, professors, and participants. It is a matter of immense pride to sit here before all of you this morning. I am sorry not to have been able to follow your discussions last 5 days on what must rank as one of the most important issues facing the international community today due to COVID-19. I commend the IQSC cell, Dr. Rohini Kanto Barua Law College, Dibrugarh, and All Assam Political Science Association for organizing this topical and exceptionally relevant workshop. I also express my gratitude to Dr. Gautami Dr. Bora, Principal, RKB Law College, Dr. Dipen Soikia, General Secretary, All Assam Political Science Association, keynote speaker, Professor Sharat Chandra Kakoti, Department of Statistics, Dibrugarh University, resource persons, Professor Jiten Hazarika, Department of Statistics, Dibrugarh University, Dr. Padam Nepal, Department of Political Science, St. Joseph College, Darjeeling, Dr. Manas Pratim Barman, Department of Statistics, Dibrugarh University, Professor Minmoy Kumar Sharma, Center for Teaching and Learning, Tezpur University, Dr. Subrajit Kaur, Department of Political Science, Guwahati University, Dr. Vikas Deka, Department of Sociology, Dibrugarh University, for conducting such a resourceful workshop on method and techniques of data collection. The event reflects in growing realization that we have to adopt to the changing regional as well as international research environment and to prepare ourselves well to meet emerging challenges in consonance with the changing nature of research paradigm. India is among the countries that have the highest number of educational institutions and consequently the highest number of teachers and faculty members. Certainly, this fact itself boosts the importance of events like the faculty development program, workshop, seminar, etc. Moreover, it demands a high level of individual and group efforts from participants to draw maximum benefits. Dear participants, the world, and India in particular, has experienced unprecedented health, economic, and environmental shocks. To varying degrees, almost every country is attempting to manage the coronavirus pandemic, balancing the clear public health need to save lives and stop the spread of the virus, with the economic and social dislocation caused by physical distancing and isolation measures. On the top of this, India experienced its most destructive summer ever of flood spread across most of the states. This crisis have and will have untold effects on the lives of everyone in India and globally, which causes large declines in employment and income, significant increases in social isolation and psychological distress, important changes in household structures, and significant uncertainty about the future. At the same time, we observe improvements in confidence in government and the public service, large increases in social trust, and significant observance of social distancing measures. The ongoing documentation of these effects and demonstrating their causes is now and will be for some time the primary focus of social policy and economic research in India and throughout the world. There has never been greater need to collect high quality social, economic, and health data. The capacity to collect data during this time though is diminished by very conditions that make the data so important. Face-to-face interviews create a real risk for the spread of COVID-19 and contradict the social distancing measures introduced by government the world over. Government and research budgets are stretched and tax revenue dries up and expenditure is reallocated
Sir, please unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
So am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So face-to-face interview creates a real risk for the spread of coronavirus and contradict the social distancing measures introduced by governments and world over. Government and research budgets are stretched as tax revenue dries up and expenditure is reallocated to health interventions, domestic violence support services, flood reconstructions, and the broader economic recovery. Furthermore, data collection companies and academic researchers are having to practice their own social distancing, making it challenging to collaborate using business and usual processes. This raises the existential question of how the survey and qualitative research communities respond to these challenges in the era when face-to-face modes of data collection no longer possible. And with traditional survey method already under pressure due to declined response rates and increasing cost that precedes the multiple crises. What new conceptual and analytical tool do we need for understanding and emerging with this new reality? As this is a global situation, reflection on it should be collective and global as well. To encourage this collective effort, we may ask social scientists worldwide to work together and share their thoughts on the present pandemic situation. The resulting documents will therefore not only be a commentary on the present, but also be an invitation to critically engage with what the future may hold, and a testament to what social scientists hailing from different corners of the globe lives through and thought about these critical times. Having spoken to the organizers of this workshop, I can confidently say that the aim of the workshop comprehensively examine all those issues pertaining to methods and techniques of data collection and analysis in empirical research, influencing the changing nature of research approach so as to arrive at a clear perspective about its emerging contour has been achieved. I am sure the workshop has made a major contribution to enhancing our understanding of the strategies and operational level steps necessary to combat emerging challenges. Thank you once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your beautiful
Thank
speech
you.
and also for taking out your precious time to be a part of this particular session. We have actually missed you, and you have wonderfully deliberated that what we have objected while thinking of such a research-oriented workshop. And thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Once
Thank you
again.
very much.
Okay. So next, I would like to call upon Professor Dr. Deepak Setia, sir, Dean of Research, Dibrugarh University, who is also an special invitee and special guest for this particular session to deliver his speech.
Thank you. Respected Chairperson and other members of the organizing committee of the workshop, the members of All Assam Political Science Association, Am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes. There is a technical problem.
Okay, sir, no problem.
As indicated by the chief guest, Dr. Isi Mohanto, the topic of the workshop, methods and techniques of data collection and analysis in empirical research is very important topic selected here in the workshop. Data collection or information collection and analysis is a important component of any type of research, may it be the basic science or applied science or any social science disciplines. And therefore, it has been included as important component in the course structure in PG programs as well as PhD coursework, because to undertake any research, the techniques and methods of data collection and analysis is the most important part to be understood by the researchers. Application of research methodology to legal research, if we just consider the application of this to the legal research, it is an essential component. In law, the course forms a part of core courses in the LLM program. The need for empirical methodology in legal research is getting more importance for the objectives like policy and program evaluation, law impact assessment, and implementation analysis. It has come in the form of MOOC course under the SWAYAM program by different national bodies. Survey, data collection, quantitative or qualitative research, analysis of data, interpretation of data, use of statistical software like SPSS, etc. are the important phases in a research program. I want to just share with you one important point here regarding school education and higher education institutions and students. As per the MHRD, the information, we have more than 15 lakhs of schools. The number of published by the MHRD a year back was 15.35 lakhs, with students of more than 26 crores. In comparison to that, we have 864 universities, means nearly 900 universities, which is nearly 1,000 times less than the number of institutions in the school level. In terms of students, in the higher education, we have 3.7 crores of students in comparison to 26 crores of students in the school level. That means in between, from school to higher education, educational institutes, we have lost contact with lakhs of students. I consider that this is a point to be remembered, and the persons involved with the higher education should take this as a serious matter. As assessment of institutions, suppose for school educations, National Essay Service, assessment services, for higher educations, NIRF or NEC. These are national bodies who have assessed the higher educational institutes, their performance, and also, most importantly, the financial assistance given from the national government, central government, depends on the performance of the higher educational institutes. During the last few years, you might have noticed that all the higher educational institutes, they have made plan to perform better. They have to submit their performance to the regulatory agencies. Therefore, the organizing of this type of webinars or workshops becomes a part of such assessment. Major financial assistance given from the central government or from the state government depends on the performance of the institutes, the results shown by the institutes, the placement made by the institutes to their students, etc. So to make it better performing, to make it more relevant in the society, the higher educational institutes should work continuously, effortlessly. Now, the last few years, you might have seen most of the things have been converted into digital form. So digital initiatives have been taken nationally. SWAYAM, National Digital Library, NDL, National Academic Depository, NAD, etc. are working to collect information from all the institutes as well as the information associated with the students. That way, all the national tests have been given to a national body, National Testing Agency, NTA. Because of COVID-19 pandemic, during the last few days, during the last few months, better to say, there are many institutions, they have been carrying out the online programs like webinars or workshops, and also the colleges and other institutions, they have started online teaching programs. There is no way out because face-to-face teaching is not possible now. Now we have to get updated with this digital form. I thank the members of the organizing committee, and all Assam Political Science Association for inviting me to attend this valedictory function, to be with you in the valedictory function. I thank again for giving me this opportunity to speak few words to the organizers and the participants. Hope from this 5 days workshop program from 15th to 19th of July, the participants are benefited because I have gone through the technical, the titles of the technical sessions and the names of the resource persons. I consider that the workshop has helped the participants to gain knowledge on the very first steps in starting a research program. Once again, I thank all the participants for their, as well as the organizing members for their patient hearing to this particular speech. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful deliberation and highlighting the importance of empirical research in postgraduate courses and even for academicians working in various colleges, universities of higher education. You have very well highlighted that how it has become essential for us to follow the norms and go through the various research work for not only development of our own self, but also for the institution as a whole. Thank you, sir. And thank you once again for giving us your precious time to be a part of this session, sir. So now I would like to request Dr. Dipen Soike, sir, Head of the Department of Political Science, Moridhol College, as well as the General Secretary of the All Assam Political Science Association, who was the coordinator of this workshop to give the note on the 5 days program. Soike, sir. Soike, sir. Soike, sir. So you can unmute yourself. Soike, sir. Am I audible to you, sir? Am I audible to you, sir?
Hello.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, thank you, Professor. Very good morning to all. Respected chief guest, Dr. H.C. Mohanta sir, Registrar Dibrugarh University, Professor Deepak Sethi sir, Dr. Gautami Rattam ma'am, Principal RKB Law College, research persons, learned participants, and members of the organizing committee. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the learned participants for their successful completion of week-long national workshop. And am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
First of all, I would like to congratulate all the learned participants for their successful completion of week-long national workshop on methods and techniques of data collection and analysis in empirical research, and extended my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to the inaugurator, Keynote Strategy, and all the research persons from their noble cooperation and contribution to this workshop and make the workshop a successful one. Friends, now I am going to present the brief, actually very brief uh, coordinator's report on the week-long workshop. The workshop, the week-long workshop was started with the welcome address delivered by Dr. Gautami Mep, Principal Dr. RKB Law College, and Chairperson of the organizing committee of this workshop. And the workshop was inaugurated by Professor Bolin Hazarika sir, retired professor, JB College, and President of APSA. In his inaugural speech, he mentioned that research is an unending process, and according to him, identification of research problem, choosing a particular methodology, gathering or collection of data, processing of data, and report writing are the steps of research work. He also mentioned that the researcher should have some qualities. For example, the researcher should have scientific frame of mind. He should be a inquisitive person. He should have sufficient patience, unbiased, and an ethical person. Keynote addressee, Professor Chorkakuri sir explained in detail about data. According to him, data is very important, not only in research, but also in decision-making process, because data provides evidence. So he said that data collection and analysis is very important in empirical research, and finding of a research work is very much depends on accuracy of data. Professor Minmoy Kumar Sharma sir, Jodhpur University, research person of first technical session, discuss about techniques of identification and formulation of research problem, hypothesis, literature review, and data collection. In this regard, he explained about objectives and design of research, basic sources of data, data collection for qualitative research and its merits and demerits, measurement scale, and analyze how review literature helpful for researcher in collecting research problem and proceeding research work. In the post-last session of day one of the workshop, Dr. Vikas Deka of Dibrugarh University discussed about methodological dilemma in social science research, sampling techniques, and research ethics. He also discussed about survey research and questionnaire types. Research person of third session of the workshop, Dr. Suprajit Prasad of Guwahati University, discussed in detail about framing questionnaire and interview schedule. According to him, without framing of a proper questionnaire or interview schedule, a researcher will not be able to collect accurate data, and accuracy of data is very important for achieving accurate findings. Dr. Manas Putin Burman sir of Dibrugarh University, the resource person of 4th technical session, discussed about importance and use of MS Excel in research work. According to him, MS Excel help us for analysis of data, and it makes data analysis very easy. In the 5th session of the workshop, Professor Jiten Hazarika of Dibrugarh University discussed in detail about data, its type and collection, descriptive analysis. He explained the definition of research problem, objectives, design, data collection, data analysis, interpretation, validation of research result, etc. Besides this, he also discussed about misuse of software, methods of data collection, sources of secondary data, etc. In the 6th session of the workshop, Dr. Manas Putin Burman of Dibrugarh University discussed and demonstrated about SPSS. In his discussion, he especially laid emphasis on basics of SPSS, designing of database, descriptive statistics, wings of SPSS, creating of database in SPSS. Professor Jiten Hazarika, research person of 7th technical session of the workshop, discussed about inferential statistics. In his discussion, he laid special attention in definition, organizing inferential statistics, terminology mostly used in sampling techniques, population sampling, etc. Sampling technology testing of hypotheses, etc. In the 8th session of the workshop, research person Dr. Manas Putin Burman discussed and demonstrated about inferential statistics of SPSS. In this regard, he explained how to use SPSS in inferential statistics. Professor Jiten Hazarika, the research person of 9th session of the workshop, discussed about categorical data, correlation, and regression analysis. In connection with the main topic, he discussed about history and definition of regression, modern interpretation of the term regression, uses of regression and steps in regression analysis classification. In the 10th session of the workshop, Dr. Manas Putin Brahman discussed and demonstrated categorical data correlation and regression analysis. He also laid emphasis on use of SPSS to analyze the categorical data correlation and regression analysis. Dr. Padam Nepal, Associate Professor, St. Joseph College, Darjeeling, discussed about writing for academic publication, skills and challenges in the last session of the workshop. He has rightly discussed about characteristics of academic writing. Why do the research writing research? How do the researcher write academic papers? How to write a research paper, and about big three, that is APA, MLA, CMS, etc. Thus, a good number of research persons from different universities of India were participated in this workshop and contribute a lot and share their research experience and knowledge with the participants. All the participants also actively participated in the workshop to know the pros and cons of research work, especially methods and techniques of data collection and analysis. So, we the organizers can claim this workshop come to an end with great success. Dear participant friends, your participation in this workshop itself is a source of inspiration for us. Some unintentional lacunas may be there in organizing the workshop. Please excuse us in considering it as a technological problem. We need your full cooperation in your future also. At last, I once again, on behalf of the organizing committee and all Assam Political Science Association, extend our heartfelt thanks and gratitude to one and all. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for your brief note on this entire workshop. And with this, we have come to the end of this particular workshop formally. And now I'd like to call upon Dr. Deepak Sharma, sir, head of the Department of Political Science, Yokohama College, and the joint coordinator of this workshop to deliver the vote of thanks. Deepak, sir, am I audible to you? Please unmute yourself.
Yes. Am I?
Please unmute
Yes,
yourself.
Prasanjit, audible?
Your words are coming broken.
Oh.
Yes, now you are unmuted. Hello.
Hello. Audible, Prasanjit?
Yes, sir, it's audible. It's not clear, but still the voice is coming cracked.
Okay. Actually, it is raining. That is what I have. Unstable.
Okay. You
I
can
want
do one thing. You please switch off your camera and you can just go on with your audio. I think so. Then it will help.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Thank you. So today we have come to the end of our workshop. So it was our vision to organize a workshop on empirical research. Basically, the thrust of the workshop was on empirical collection and analysis. That is why we have given more importance to SPSS, Statistical Program on Social Science. And we are thankful to all the research persons as advisors of this workshop whose comment and deliberations help us to successfully hold this workshop. And first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Bobin Hazarika sir, whose inaugural address on the very first day on 15th of July began the workshop. He is the president of all political science association and former HOD of Jagannath Barua College, Jorhat. I am thankful to Dr. Hazar for his valuable deliveries on the inaugural session. After that, I would like to thank Dr. Sarat Kakoti sir, who is a senior professor of statistics of Gwalior University, whose keynote address on set forth the workshop in a befitting manner. After that, I would like to thank our first resource person, Dr. Minmoy Sharma sir, a director of Teaching Learning Center of Tezpur University, as well as professor of management of Tezpur University, who in a befitting manner set forth the subject of the workshop. He deliberated upon the qualitative as well as quantitative research techniques. We are very much thankful to him. We are thankful to Senior Assistant Professor of Dibrugarh University of Sociology Department. talk on methodological dilemma in social science research really benefited all the participants. We are thankful to Dr. Subhrajit Kumar Sir, Associate Professor of Department of Political Science, Guwahati University, who categorically deliberated upon survey research method and formulation of questionnaire and interview schedule. Interview schedule and questionnaire are very important tools of data collection, and we are very much thankful to him for his nice deliberation. All the participants were very much benefit from his deliberation. We are thankful to our research person in SPS, Professor Sir, who is a senior professor and HOD of Department of Statistics of Dibrugarh University, and whose talk on critical aspect of data statistics, which was very interesting, and all the participants get the basic idea of analyze and collect data in social science. We are thankful to him. He has conducted 3 consecutive sessions on theoretical aspect of social SPSS and statistics in social science. We are thankful to Dr. Manotim Sir, who is an associate of Department of University. He is consecutive session on practical aspect of SPSS really benefited all the participants. We are thankful to Dr. Manaspatim Burman Sir for deliberation, and we hope and in future also their cooperation with us. We are thankful to Dr. Padam Nepal Sir, who is the head of the Department of Political Science, St. Joseph College, Darjeeling, who basically given his talk on writing a research paper, different type of ethical issues as referencing method, styles, and all the skills. He talked on all the skills needed to publish and to write research paper. It really benefited all the research scholars present in the session and all the faculty members who attended the session. Last but not the least, we are thankful to the organizing team, especially principal of Dr. RKB Law College, Dr. Gautami Datta Bora Madam, who has been constantly with us, who is also the president or chairperson of this organizing committee, whose inspiration really helped us to organize such type of grand event, and we are thankful to Dr. Madam. We are thankful to all the members of IQSC committee of Dr. RKB Law College, including the coordinator Silpi Gupta ma'am, Monomita Paul ma'am, Prosenjit Borkakoti, and all the persons who were closely related and associated with this organization of this workshop. We are very much thankful to the organizing team also. Today we have amongst us Professor Harichandra Mohanta Sir, who is the registrar of Dibrugarh University. We are thankful to him, who has devised busy schedule, who has given us consent to attend this valedictory function. We are very much thankful to him. We are thankful to Professor Deepak Sethi Sir, who is the Dean of Research and Development of Dibrugarh University. We are very much benefited from his talk. And we are also thankful to our General Secretary of All Assam Political Science Association, Dr. Dipen Soikia Sir, who is constantly inspiring us and helping us to organize this, who is also the this event, for his association of this event. And we're thankful to Dr. Juti, head of the Department of Political Organization, and Dr. K. who is the Department of Political Science, Assam University. And at last, we'd also like to thank my co-organizers and assistant coordinators. Especially, I would like to mention Bornali who has helped immensely, who anchored 2 or 3 sessions. I also like to thank Sabu, who is also associated with this event, and without whose this would have been a great success. Also, would also really participated very nicely. Participation reinforced this towards a grand culmination. Today, I also thank all the persons, only or knowingly I have mentioned or not mentioned. I would also like to thank all the persons associated with this event. With this, I conclude my Thanksgiving speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak sir. So we have come to the end of this particular journey of 5 to 6 days, and we hope you have all gained something or else knowledge from this particular workshop. And special thanks to all the esteemed participants, not only from Dibrugarh, from other parts of Assam, other parts of India, from various institutes, from various disciplines, and from various backgrounds who have participated in this workshop to make it a grand success. Because without the participation, without the active participation, this workshop would not have been such fruitful as it is today. So with this end note, I would like to conclude this particular session. Special thanks to the chief guest of this particular session, as well as the special invitee, Registrar of Dibrugarh University and Dean of Research of Dibrugarh University, for being present with us and sharing a valuable experience with us. Thanks to one and all, including the chairperson of the organizing committee, to my co-coordinators. And just before ending this particular meeting, I'd just like to make one important announcement on behalf of the entire organizing committee, that the WhatsApp group that have been created for this particular workshop, please don't leave that particular WhatsApp group until the certificates are disbursed to you. And the second important information is that the certificate will be distributed to the participants via link, and in order to create the link, you have to verify the attendance and the feedbacks and the assignments that have been submitted by you for the entire resource, for the entire technical sessions conducted by the resource person. We will require few time, and I just request you that please keep patience for at least 10 days. We need minimum period of 10 days for successfully going through the procedure and preparing the list and disbursing the certificate to you. So with this, I would like to end up this particular meeting. Thank you, thank you, thank you.